Let us contemplate on shloka number 10 of Sri Upadesha Saram of Ramana Maharshi. Hratstale mana swasthatha kriya bhakti yoga bodhascha nishchitam. Establishing the mind in the heart, okay, is Kriya Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. This is the teaching of all scriptures. We have different concepts of yoga. Okay, Kriya Yoga means it involves various asanas, breathing practices. Okay, and Patanjali Yoga system teaches you 8 limbs of yoga: asana, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Samadhi is the ultimate in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. In samadhi, mind becomes completely silent and becomes one with the self. Now, is this the final? And when the mind becomes completely silent and one with the self, that is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Is that final? Even in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, mind comes out. You can't stay in the Nirvikalpa Samadhi for a long time. After staying in Samadhi for some time, you will come back. Okay, it is a peaceful state. It is a blissful state. Okay, people think that it is the self, and again they want to go back to the self. Okay, right? Is the self missing in the awareness of the world? Self is there, all pervading. Even when you are in samadhi or when you are out of samadhi, self is all pervading. So if you are looking for the self only in samadhi, that means you are missing the real nature of self. Self is within and without. It's all pervading. Self is nature of light of the light, which is actually light of the self-awareness. Okay. So the mind is always established in self. It's not that mind has not gone out of self. Right? Without awareness, mind cannot exist. So mind is already there in awareness. And that the awareness is there when you see something, when you see the world, or when you meditate, both awareness is there. Okay. So if you are seeking awareness only in the deep state of samadhi, that means you are missing something. Okay. Awareness should be there in duality also. Awareness is there in duality. But mind mistakes its own ego as the center of life. The ego is I am the body, I am the mind, and that I thought is the center of the mind. Okay, when you see something, you say I am seeing something, but who is really seeing? Awareness is seeing through your eyes. Okay, the real seer is not the ego, but the awareness. One who hears through your ears, one who sees through your eyes, one who tastes through your tongue, is nothing but the self, Atma. That is the consciousness. But ego takes its place and says, I did this. Okay. So the mind is deluded into believing that I is the center of life. Ego is the center of life. In reality, the self is the center of life. Okay. Even deep samadhi, this ignorance doesn't go. Understand? That doesn't mean that Kriya Yoga is not useful. Kriya Yoga is very useful to master the mind, to make the mind calm, to attain state of mastery of the mind, which is required for self-inquiry, self-knowledge. It is required. It's very useful. But that itself is not realization. That prepares you for realization. Are you clear? So then comes Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is devotion to God. I worship God. Okay. I pray to God. Then deep inside there is feeling of separation from the God. Right? So the feeling of one who is separate from the God is ego. In the highest and highest of devotion, also still that ego doesn't disappear. When God is all there, God is there, and I am there. Their sense of I separation is there. Okay, are you clear? Even devotion that I doesn't go fully because I, the ego, is a product of ignorance. Okay, does it mean the devotion is not helpful? Devotion is very helpful. Devotion will purify you. Devotion will make mind calm. Devotion will make you full of sattva. Okay, devotion also prepares you for jnana. Then karma yoga is there. I do all actions as an offering to God, as a service to God. So there is a doer. I am doing. The doer is there. The I has not gone. Right? Okay. So karma yoga is there. Is karma yoga useful? Definitely useful. Karma yoga, by doing service, by performing all actions as seva or as actions as yajna, it will purify your mind. Okay. It's important. Karma yoga is important, bhakti yoga is important, kriya yoga is important to purify your mind. Then comes Jnana Yoga. In Jnana Yoga, what is taught? You are the self. You are not the body, mind, or intellect. Okay, you are consciousness. ನಾನು ನಾನೆಂಬುದು ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಈ ದೇಹ ಮನ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ನಾನಲ್ಲ ಸಚಿದಾನಂದ ಆತ್ಮ ಶಿವನ ನಾನೇ. This is Jnana Yoga. Still, there can be still a ego saying that I am the body, I am the mind, intellect. This ego can be completely removed through self-inquiry. Atma Vichara. Who is that I? Right? So that self-inquiry uproots the ego totally and establishes the mind in the heart. Now the heart is not a physical heart. Okay, Hradi means the center from which the I thought arises is nothing but consciousness. The mind gets established in consciousness when that I thought is removed. So there is a saying, there's no place for two, God and you. When you say you, it is the ego. In devotion also is there ego. Okay. In karma yoga is there ego. In kriya yoga is there ego. In jnana yoga is there ego. Yeah, this ego is a purified ego. It's good. Sattvic ego, purified ego. But that purified ego also has to be removed by self-inquiry. What does self-inquiry do? It will question all your assumptions about yourself. When the assumptions are clear, the belief system is clear, you are established in the self all the time. It is not that you are established in the self first time. All the time you are in the self, but only the self, the ego had overtaken the self. Understand? So that's why the essence of all yogas, whether it's kriya yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, or karma yoga, is establishing the mind in the self, which means awareness. To be the light of the self, Atma Jyoti is the essence of all yogas. And this can happen through Atma Vichara.